Hello and welcome to the Ashland County Historical Society. Today we have the mayor of Ashland, Ohio, Matt Miller, with us. So welcome, Matt. We're so happy to have you here.
Well, it is wonderful to be here, and certainly this helps get us all in the Christmas spirit.
It sure does. You know, it's been hard this year because we're not really open for our normal Christmas celebration, but our trees are decorated beautifully.
Wonderful.
And we wanted to go ahead and stay in the Christmas spirit. So some of our great volunteers, Susie Wilson, Rosemary Castor, Diana Scott, Lori Adams, all came down and decorated all of our facilities, and they are beautiful. So today, I know that you're going to read Twas the Night Before Christmas to us.
Yes, and I'm very excited to do that. I know last year I had the opportunity to do it the night before Christmas. I read it in front of our very own fireplace, but there's something special being in this atmosphere, surrounded by so much of our Ashland history. And certainly, as you mentioned, with all the beautiful trees and decorations, this is the perfect place to read the story.
It sure is. You know, usually, as I said, we have people down here visiting. So during the reading of Twas the Night Before Christmas, we'll be showing different scenes around the Historical Society, many of our decorated trees and mantles, and some little vignettes that are just really a lot of fun for people to see.
Well, and if they don't see the trees, at least they'll see my wonderful Christmas pants.
We love
that. This gave me a reason to wear my Christmas pants, and so I'm so excited to show them to you today, Jennifer.
We love that. Tell me, Matt, what are some of your favorite things about Ashland during the holiday season?
That is a great question, and when you ask, two things come to mind. And first of all, the new tradition of the Christmas parade and tree lighting ceremony. To me, that is just marvelous. And one of the reasons it means so much to me is I am someone that has always liked Ashland history. And so when we look at those old postcards and those old newspaper photos and those old books that have been written about Ashland, and we see those black and white photos of downtown Main Street, and it's full, wall to wall, building to building, the streets are full of people in those old black and white shots, those are marvelous images. And quite honestly, today, as you and I live and breathe, that Christmas celebration down there, when we hold the Christmas tree lighting, we're recreating those images once again. If you look out over that crowd on the night we electrify that Christmas tree and light up the sky with the fireworks, it's wall-to-wall people. And it's so neat because it shows that there's still a marvelous life here in the city of Ashland.
For sure. You know, Matt, we sit here today and you and I are talking 50, 75, maybe 100 years from now, someone will look back on our conversation and will be part of Ashland history.
Absolutely.
So, you know, when people are part of the revitalization of downtown and just the revitalization of Ashland and Ashland County, it really is a marked point in our history.
That's right.
That we are making history. And even more so, I hate to mention it, but during COVID, who would have thought
Absolutely.
that during these really hard times that the people of Ashland and Ashland County are so resilient.
That's it.
That we were able to pull a lot of these things off. And when you look back in our history and you think about the Millers and the Clarks and the Myerses, they were very resilient people. And, you know, it's really wonderful what they did for our community.
And they lived through the very different challenges, but challenges nonetheless of their own. And look, Ashland continues on, and we're going to continue on from this point, and I'm convinced our future is very bright as well.
For sure. Well, without further ado, we are going to ask Matt to read Twas the Night Before Christmas. Matt, thanks for coming and visiting us at the Historical Society today. It was such an honor to have you here, and we want to thank you for being such a great supporter.
Well, thank you for the invitation, because this is a first for me to be able to read this wonderful traditional story right here at our own Historical Society.
Great. So without further ado, we'll move on to reading Twas the Night Before Christmas.